Ranking the absolute worst types of coworkers to work with. Dude, I think we've all had jobs where the job was pretty good, but the coworkers were not good. And maybe it made you quit. Maybe it made you do worse. Let's get into it. First on the list, we got the snitch. Now, the snitch is somebody who is obviously gonna snitch on you about everything. Let's say you wanna, I don't know, have a little bit of alcohol during work, or you wanna go take a nap somewhere or something like that. And this coworker, he's probably looking for you, right? He's always looking for something to snitch on. He might be an ass kisser or a brown noser, but he is a snitch. Like, that's the most important part about him, is he's the snitch, and everybody knows it. And he sees you taking a nap. He's going straight to leadership, and he's gonna tell on you for taking that nap or for drinking that alcohol. He don't care if he takes food out of your kid's mouth, out of your mouth. He don't give a damn. All he cares about is being the snitch. He loves it. All right, where are we gonna put the snitch on the list? We're gonna put the snitch. I can't stand a snitch, dude. Working with a snitch is horrible, and it depends on how bad of a snitch they are, but we're going to put that in one of us has got to go. Really, like, that is bottom tier level shit right there. Moving on from the snitch, we have got the ass kisser. In a lot of cases, the ass kisser is worse than the snitch, or he is the snitch, because he's going to snitch on you, and he's going to be kissing ass all the time. He thinks there's some kind of promotion waiting on him. He thinks he's in line for this big-ass promotion, and he's constantly kissing ass, dude. In his eyes, the company can do no wrong. He loves it. Whatever leadership's telling him to do, he'll bend down and kiss their shoes, dude. He'll bend down and he'll kiss their ring. He loves it, man. This is a company man through and through. The old ass kisser, dude. Where are we putting the ass kisser? I don't know about y'all, but I don't like an ass kisser, dude. I really don't. I'm going to have to put it in hate working with them, because I absolutely cannot stand working with an ass kisser. But I don't think they go in one of us got to go. I've worked with a lot of ass kissers, whatever. As long as you stay away from them if you can. It's not that big of a deal. Next on the list, we got the wannabe boss man. Now, these are some of the worst people to work with, in my opinion, because most of the time they're idiots, and in reality, they couldn't lead their way out of a wet paper bag. A lot of the times, they're people who got passed up for promotions and stuff, or there's somebody who is like, they are just super entitled to a promotion. They think, by God, they're next in line, and maybe they are, but they're not there yet, but they try to treat you like they are. They try to act like they are. A lot of times, like I said, they don't know shit, dude, and they make dumbass, stupid calls, and they think you supposed to listen. And then you always got to hit them with, motherfucker, you not my manager. You know, you shouldn't have to do that to fellow coworkers. Like, we're supposed to be a team, and you got these types of people who just, for some reason, just think they're in charge when they're not at all. We make the same amount of money. We get paid the same. We're in the same position, dude. I'm ranting a little too much on that one, I think. We're going to move the wannabe boss man, and I might quit. Anytime we got one of those on the job site or at work, I might actually quit. Next on the list, we got the bitcher. I never could stand bitching, complaining, and moaning on the job. There were things that I didn't agree with, and I might say one or two things about it, like, man, why we gotta work till 8:30 tonight? We worked till 8:30 last. But I never did just constantly 24/7 just, oh God, it's too hot, it's too cold, it's too perfect, the weather's way too fucking perfect. Oh, I make too much money, too little money. We all know guys like that. I guarantee you everybody watching this video has worked with people, man or woman. All they do is complain because they're just so negative all the time, dude. I can't stand a negative Nancy, brother. I gotta look in the positive of everything every day, all I can. I don't see how y'all don't do it, man. I'd go crazy. The bitcher, I hate working with them. Can't stand them, man. Can't stand them. Had a couple of those back on the rigs, and it is what it is. Moving on from that, we got the know-it-all. Now, these are very similar to the wannabe boss man, except they may not be trying to boss you around, but they will say things in a way they're trying to make you sound like an idiot and like they're just smart as they can be. Nothing makes me happier when the know-it-all actually gets something wrong and it kind of blows up in their face. That shit is funny. It's hilarious. We've all probably seen stuff like that happen, and we all love it, dude. When a know-it-all is wrong and it just happens in front of everybody, right? Leadership sees it, everybody sees it, and it just pisses the know-it-all off. We'll put know-it-all and gets on my nerves, dude, because it really does. It gets on my nerves. It usually ain't that bad. Like, it's not as bad as the bitcher or the ass kisser. I think the know-it-all is a step right before the wannabe boss man. Moving on from that, we got the no personal space guy. These are the guys that they don't think personal space exists. If they're talking to you, telling you a story or something, they'll get right up in your face with that that horrible gingivitis breath or whatever, dude. It smells like they smoked 35 cigarettes after they brushed their teeth, and maybe they probably didn't even brush their teeth, and they're just right in your face telling you shit, and they think you love them. Like, they act like y'all are best friends or something, and really, no, you're not, okay? You're all in my face, spitting on me and shit. I can't stand that. It sucks when people have, like, no self-awareness to stay out of people's personal space, dude. Like, y'all watching this right now, you gotta have some self-awareness. Stay out of people's face, dude. Come on. The only time you should be in somebody's face is if you finna knock them the fuck out or something, I guess. I don't know. Just stay out of people's personal space. Can't stand it. Hate working with those kind of guys. They get on my nerves. They get on my nerves. Moving on from that, we got the volunteer. These are the guys that just, every time there's something that needs to be done, whether it's easy, hard, don't matter what it is, they want to be the first one. Oh, me. You know, a lot of the times they could be the ass kissers, but sometimes just regular guys, and they just want to volunteer for everything. Maybe they're bored. Maybe they like working. Maybe they want something to do. They're just the volunteer. The volunteer is pretty easy to rank, in my opinion, because most of the time they're not that bad. It's just a guy who volunteers. Now, I mean, they can be combined with these, but in this case, it's just a volunteer. And with that context, I'd say it's not that bad. I mean, I've volunteered for shit before, especially going home early. I always volunteer to be the guy to go home early. All right. Moving on from that, we got the brown noser. Very similar to the ass kisser, but in my opinion, a brown noser is a step above an ass kisser. All right, an ass kisser will kiss shoes. A brown noser will literally eat some ass, and I'm talking about the boss man's ass, all right? You might find this sumbitch underneath the boss man's desk with the boss man's pants down to his ankles. All right, there's some shit going on, and the brown noser usually gets a promotion pretty quick. Just an example to separate the ass kisser from the brown noser. So let's say your foreman pulls up, and he points, and he says, y'all need to get that done before sunset. The ass kisser's gonna be like, yes, sir, we will. Don't you worry, we got it, boss. All right, we love it. The brown noser's gonna be like, yes, sir, don't you worry, we got it, boss. And he's gonna run over there to the foreman, open his truck door, and help him in the truck and buckle his seatbelt for him. That's the best example I can come up with to separate the two. So where are we gonna put the brown noser? Obviously, the brown noser's just gonna go where the ass kisser is. And I hate working with them. I can't stand that shit, dude. We all grown men. Quit acting like that, man. It's not your girlfriend or whatever the fuck. Moving on from that, we got the guy that tells the boss, you're done. Anytime you finish a project or a job or something, there's just one guy. Probably an ass kisser or a brown noser. He's gonna run up to the boss and be like, we finished it. We're done with that job. You know, you could have had an easy couple of hours of just pretending to keep working on that job. You know what I'm saying? Act like you're still doing that job. Maybe you got some finishing touches you want to do or something like that. Nah, this guy's full speed, baby, to the manager's desk or wherever. We finished it. We're done. What's next? Oh, my God. Get that motherfucker out of here. Get him off my job site, dude. We could have started the next job tomorrow. Wouldn't have hurt nothing. But no, now we got to go ahead and get started with the next job. We may even have to work a little late now because we're starting a new job or starting a new project. Some bullshit, dude. I can't stand them sons of bitches. They're basically the snitch. Them and the snitch are the same, in my opinion. So we'll put them down there. One of us got to go. Anytime I'm working with a motherfucker, even if I'm the foreman and one of my guys on my crew is that guy, and he's going to go over my head and say, we're done. We finished it, man. We finished that job in 5 hours. We're pretty quick, ain't we? Shut the fuck up, dude. Nobody needs to know we finished the job in 5 hours. Sit your ass back down there and smash that big rock, turn it into little rocks until it's time to go home, drink some beer. Anyway, moving on from that before I get too pissed off, we got the break ruiner. Golly, man. These people exist. Everything on this list is from my experience. I come up with this from my very own experience, dude. The break ruiner. People who they are keeping up with, all right, you got 15 minutes of break. They'll let you know when break starts, and they'll let you know when break's ended. Why? Shut up, dude. If we can get an extra 5 minutes, sometimes if we're real lucky, we can get an extra 10 minutes out of break. Shut the fuck up. Oh, no, it's like, oh, well, it looks like break's over, guys. That's 15. Let's get back underneath that truck and see. Shut up, dude. If the boss, the managers, the leaders didn't tell us we need to go back to work, they seem to be enjoying our conversations or whatever's going on. Leave it alone. Leave it be. Sit there and chill. All right, if there's nothing like super important going on, chill out, dude. I can't stand it. It happens. I've worked with many of them, and I don't understand it. I really don't. Like people who are just super psyched to go back to work. I don't get it, man. I ain't working with them. I can't stand working with them. Moving on from that, we got the too early guy. This is the guy that just he gets to work 20 minutes early and starts working. He starts getting after it. Now, it's all right, it doesn't have anything to do with you for the most part, but depending on the company, where you work, the culture there, this could make you look really bad. Okay, if you want to wait until it is time to work, and I mean right on the dot, like I believe you should, right? You shouldn't be giving nobody no free labor or nothing like that. If you can't clock in until it's time to work, I mean you shouldn't be working. But these guys show up early so they can show off and shit. I don't know, and they start working 20 minutes, 30 minutes early, dude. Hell no. Couldn't be me, big dog. Never been that type of guy. Now, I've been the type of guy, I will show up early to work, but guess what? My ass ain't getting out and working until I'm getting paid. We will put that on gets on my nerves. Gets on my nerves. Moving on from that, we got the excuse machine. Now, these are the guys that have an excuse for everything, whether it goes right, wrong, or whatever. You know, boss rolls up and he's like, why ain't you got that done yet? And he's like, well, Mike had the forklift and then my radio died and I was really thirsty and the material's all the way on the other side. If the material would have been here, we'd have had that done. Oh, whatever, dude. All right, lazy ass motherfucker making excuses about every damn thing. You just didn't do this shit. You're just a dumbass. That's all it is to it. Where are we gonna put the excuse machine? We're gonna put him in. Not that bad. I think it's funny. I really do. I laugh at excuses. Some people got some really good ones. You got a good excuse, and hell yeah, dude. Like if I'm in charge and you got a good enough excuse, I'll let you pass. Fuck it. It's funny. Moving on from that, we got the drama queen. Oh, these are the guys that love to gossip at work, man. They're always coming up to you like, hey, man, did you hear about old Jimmy? He got caught yesterday with a cigarette in his asshole in the stall, and he was jacking a... It's like, nah, man, like, dude, I understand you love the beef and the drama here, but I'm just here to do my job. It's like, yeah, but what about when Randy was doing a handstand the other day at the urinal and he took his shit right in the... It's like, dude, come on. I don't care. I'm here to do my job. So the drama queen are the guys that obviously they want to just start shit between each other, all the coworkers, right? It's like if they're a truck driver, they're going to tell you all the other truck drivers ain't worth a damn. If they're a heavy equipment operator, they're going to tell you all the other heavy equipment operators ain't worth a damn. They're the only ones that's good at it. We all know how that goes. Where are we going to put the drama queen? I can't stand working with the drama queens. I've worked with so many of them, dude. Like, it really baffles me. It really baffles me the amount of grown men that act like high school cheerleaders or some shit with all their gossip and stuff, dude. Come on. I really can't stand like cultures, work cultures, company cultures where that is just the entire culture. It's like everybody's against everybody behind each other's backs. It's crazy. I worked at a company that was really bad about that, and it was hard. I had to get out of there. Moving on from that, we got the phone addict. A lot of the time, these are the younger guys, obviously, the phone addicts, when you're trying to tell them what they need to be doing, or you're trying to ask them for something to bring you something, or it's their job to be doing something for you or something like that, and you look over there and they're just in their phone over there. That shit's aggravating. It's super annoying. I think we know where the phone addicts got to go. It's got to go, and I hate working with them. I can't stand it, dude. I will never turn into the snitch, but the phone addict type of deal when I'm looking over at you and you supposed to be helping me with something and you on your motherfucking phone watching porn or something, man, it is annoying, all right? Because now I'm finna stop working. I'm finna get on my phone. And now nothing's gonna get done, and we're gonna turn into the excuse machine. So, whatever. Moving on from that, we got the mooch. Oh, this is the guy that's always trying to borrow $20, get a cigarette, even $1. Man, you ain't even got $1 I can borrow, man. Come on, man. You ain't got $1. It's like, man, dude, we just got paid yesterday. What happened? Man, you know, child support, alimony. I had to pay these fines off, man, for when I was doing drugs. Like, come on, dude. Every week this motherfucker needs to borrow $20, $40 until next Friday. Then he pays you next Friday, and then the next day he needs to borrow another $20, $40. Gosh damn, dude. Come on, get your life together. Grown-ass man. The mooch. Gets on my nerves. Really gets on my nerves. Some of them are really bad to the point where they'll make you want to quit, but a lot of the times, you can just put a stop to it by telling them no and to stop asking you for stuff, and they'll chill. but it still will get on your nerves, right? Always asking you for a ride to work and a ride home and all that dumbass shit. Moving on from that, we got the oversharer. These guys, they'll tell you their whole life story. Maybe you've been working at a company for a couple of years and then a new guy comes in, and on the first day, you know all about him, right? You know about his drug addictions. You know about how he beat his girlfriend. You know about how his girlfriend pegs him and this, that, and the other. You just know way too much. Maybe his mom was on drugs for 20 years and his kids got taken from him. And you just, right, like a bunch of info that you don't even want to know. But it's not that bad. You can just sit there and listen, or you can tell him to shut the hell up. Either way, it really ain't that bad. And definitely don't deserve to go anywhere else but that top tier up there. And moving on from that, we got the always late guy. I've been guilty of being the always late guy, right, a couple of times. I was never super excited to go to work. I've just never been that type of guy who wakes up and I'm like, yeah, fucking go to work, baby. I can wake up 2 hours early. My commute maybe 30 minutes. I still might be late. I'm just not excited to go to work. I know we got to work, right? We have to work to live. It's the way the world works, but you can't help it, dude. So anyway, the always late guy really doesn't bother me. It shouldn't really bother anybody else unless they're like late enough to the point where they're making you shorthanded and messing with your ability to do your job because you need him there. Maybe it could go lower, but as far as I'm concerned, the guy that's always late really has nothing to do with me. So we'll put it up there, not that bad. Moving on from that, we got the safety hazard. These are the idiots. You have plenty of idiots on the jobs. You can't let them in anywhere near heavy equipment or anything like that. They're going to tear shit up. They're going to cause thousands of dollars in damage. If you're inside a building and they get in the scissor lift, they're going to lift up so high. They're going to knock the lights off, activate the damn fire alarm sprinklers and all that shit, cause water damage. And you're going to walk in there like, how in the hell did that happen? What is going on? So these are the safety hazard guys. They're not that bad to me. Get on my nerves. I've worked with quite a few of them. I have. And it is annoying. But you learn to deal with them and you learn to love them for what they are, really. And you figure out what they can do and what they can't do. Like I said, usually they're idiots, but they're really hard workers. They're so stupid that they just work as hard as they possibly can. But anyway, moving on from that, we got the blame shifter. Blame shifter, obviously somebody who fucks up and then blames it on somebody else. We've all worked with those types of people, and they probably fuck up a lot, and they're going to blame everybody else a lot. They know they're stupid. They know that they're dumb. That's why they blame everybody else for their mistakes. The blame shifter, we will put in I might quit because if it gets too bad, it pisses me off to the point where I got to quit, or I don't know. I got to find a new job, dude. But we'll put him in I might quit, especially if it's one of the foremans or one of the leadership. Moving on from that, we got the hothead. These are the guys get pissed off no matter what's going on. They're throwing tools. Either they're pissed off at a person, they're pissed off at the job they're doing, or they just pissed off at the world just to be pissed off. It's annoying. To me, it's the same thing as the bitching guys, the ones that bitch all the time, complain all the time. These guys are just mad at the world all the time, and it's like, dude, just relax, man. Come on. We're trying to have a good day. And you're doing this shit, we'll put it in. Hate working with them. I can't stand working with a hothead, dude. I really can't. I just want to do my job and go home. I don't want to deal with your man-child problems, brother. You need to grow up. Come on now. Anyway, that's the list. If you made it this far, please consider liking, subscribing, ringing the bell, sharing the video to somebody who ain't even gonna watch it. Man, I hope y'all have a good day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are.